It's important to acknowledge our role as carers, whether we're family or friends.
Well, somebody might object to the term carer because it might not be primarily how they define themselves. When I talk to carers, they often feel that they really lose their sense of identity and the carer hat is the only one that they wear anymore. Also, being a carer isn't a voluntary thing, we don't choose to do it. And so I think people can feel quite resentful of the fact that that's how they're defined. And the other thing is that some people don't think of themselves as a carer. If you live apart from somebody, yet you're still the main person providing support to that person, you may not identify yourself as a carer. Being a carer really is just part of who you are. You're still a husband, a wife, a son, a daughter, an aunt, an uncle, a friend, a neighbour. It's just one of the hats that you wear. At Dementia Carers Count, you're a carer if your friend or your family member needs help and support to live with dementia, regardless of whether you live with them or not. Carers that I meet often tell me that they feel that they've really lost their sense of identity and that actually they're just a carer, and it means that it affects how they see themselves, but it also affects their relationships with other people. And it really defines how they interact with other people, and they often lose the relationships they may have had because also of the restrictions of the caring role. So I think it can have a real impact. So some carers can feel really resentful about being in that role. As I said, it's not a voluntary choice. And if you've not had a positive relationship with the person that you end up caring for, that could be really, really difficult. And I think it's important to acknowledge that not everyone embraces that role, and it's okay to not be happy about that all of the time. I think if you refer to yourself as a carer, there are advantages. So you will be acknowledged as a carer, and your support that you're giving someone, the help and support that you're giving, will also be acknowledged. And on a wider level, as a carer, you're entitled to an assessment of your own needs, and you may well be entitled to a number of benefits as well. So while someone may feel very uncomfortable with that term, I think that it's always useful to bear in mind that there are advantages to using that term as well.
Being a carer is part of who you are, but it doesn't define you. For more support from others in the same situation, please visit our Carers Forum.